Good morning. So I was just editing a new course of mine last night, which will teach students how to complete their final report. If they're doing either a master's level or PhD degree, they'll be completing a very large document at the end of that. It's called a thesis or a dissertation or a final report even. And one of the lessons I was talking about making the transition from the results section to the conclusion or the discussion or the end, basically wrapping up the thesis document. And I reflected in the video that in the lesson that a lot of students struggle with that transition, not only in the document itself but also when they're doing the study. So how do you know that you've actually analyzed enough data? How do you know that you've completed your analysis sufficiently well? When do you draw a line in the sand to move on to closing down the study and packaging it up into your final report and producing it for your examiners to finish off your degree? And I think that often filters through into the change in the language and the content from the actual results section, which is where you lay the foundation for how you're going to make your contribution. And often students have spent so many years analyzing and gathering data, they're often just tired and they don't have the correct mindset for how you must make that transition. So here's a quick tip that I talked through in the lesson. It's very simple, so here goes. Your results section are the what of your study. What did you find? What was the results? What was the analysis? What was the outcome? What was the data? What was the new theory that you developed? What was the theory that you tested, etc. with your data? So that's the what is your results. Then in your discussion and conclusion, and in there you'll have application and implications and contribution to the industry, etc. Very simply, you move from the what to the so what. So what? So what? Have you answered your research questions? So what? Have you made a contribution to the industry? So what? How do you apply this? So what to different groups of people? Are there different implications of your data, different implications, different parts of your result, for example? That's all under the so what. And then as you finish off your report, examiners will be looking for you to make recommendations about future work that can build on your study. Isaac Newton said, "I see further because I stand on the shoulders of giants." And so all research builds on other research, and so too with your final report, with your postgraduate study, you must make recommendations at the end for what you think other researchers could do with your work. And that is then the now what. Now what? What does the industry do now as a result of your study? Now what? Now what is the next stage of extending this? And again, I really, in my coaching calls with students and the writing workshops that I've run for many years at my institution, I find students just get really tired and it's been drawn out, maybe they've been quite delayed, etc. And you've got to finish something as well as you start it. So we often go in with a fantastic proposal, a great idea, want to solve all these problems, but then there's issues that come up and we really struggle to wrap it up properly. So use that simple technique. Go from the what of your results and your data to the so what of the discussion and the conclusion section, which will have your application, contributions and implications, etc. And then as you wrap up, you look forward and you say, well, as a result of this, now what? So good luck with writing your final report. Hopefully those tips are useful, and think about that mindset as you go from results to discussion and conclusion to finishing off your thesis. Go from the what to the so what to the now what.